The NBA media does not want you to believe in these Golden State Warriors. They'd rather talk about the Lakers, they'd rather talk about the Nets. But I'm here to tell you, these Warriors are dangerous. They are dangerous, guys. I'm serious here. I'm dead serious. Let's talk about it. As I was saying, guys, the NBA media totally does not want you to know how good these Warriors are. Just think about it. Is it such a crazy idea to think that even Steph at 80%, the Warriors can still kill the Nuggets? I'm not talking about a whitewash. I'm not talking about a sweep. No, I'm just talking about beating them in 6 games maybe. Beating them in 7 games even. Either way, the Warriors coming out on top. The recent match against the Nuggets showed me many of the signs that we needed to see. The signs that point to the Warriors beating the Nuggets. Again, not necessarily sweeping them. I would definitely not bet my house, my car, nothing on the Warriors sweeping the Nuggets. But I definitely think that we can beat the Nuggets. I saw how tired Jokic was. Granted, it was on the second of a back-to-back, but for me, it comes back to that point that Jokic might start off strongly. He might start off really dominant in the first 2 or 3 games. But later on in the series, if we can take them into deep waters, we can really drown them. Anyone who tells me that these three won't make a huge difference. Again, and I don't care how many times I have to say this, guys, clearly the NBA media needs to hear this, because the way they've been dogging Steph over the years with these different narratives, like, oh, he can't perform in the playoffs, he shrinks in the big moments, all these different things that they say about Steph. But for me, it still comes down to this core. These 3 guys, as long as you can get a big performance out of these 3 guys, then you're going to kill. And when you add the other pieces, when you add Jordan Poole, who's caught fire at the right moment. I know against the Pelicans, he wasn't particularly blazing, but for me, he showed nerves of steel with those free throws, going to the line, those clutch free throws. For me, that says a lot about what that young guy is capable of. So with Draymond marshalling the troops, and then Clay also catching fire, finding his rhythm at the right time, and you've got Steph, let's say we have 80% of Steph available. That sounds like it's it's going to be 80% of his body available. But I just mean in terms of form, in terms of rhythm, in terms of play, if we have 80% Steph or 80% of Steph available, I think that's good enough. Especially when we've got Looney. Looney is going to hassle Jokic. As I said, guys, in that last match that we had against the Nuggets, you saw how tired Jokic was because of Looney's hounding. And that was without Draymond. When you add Draymond in there, they're going to take turns, sometimes double him. They're really going to go hard at him. And deeper in the series, I think Jokic is going to start feeling it. He might start off strongly enough because the guy is playing at an MVP level. And so even deeper in the series, when he might disappear a little bit, I still expect that he's going to come pretty hard at us. But all in all, I still trust the troops. I still trust Jordan Poole. I still trust Clay. I still trust Steph. Hell, I even trust Wiggins to do something amazing, to come through for us.